monitor, please. Am I audible? Yeah. All right. No need of mic. Cool. Very good. All right. I'm basically known in the industry for very fun-filled games kind of sessions. Learning through games is what I do usually. All right. So this is another experiment that I'm doing out here. Having no slides at all, and doing a presentation on Agile in fixed bit contracts. All right. So please support me in this experiment. Feedback is very welcome. Even after the session or during the session, whatever it may be. All right. Now, we got to first energize our body, then we got to energize our mind, and then focus on the content. Fair enough? All right. So to energize our body, first of all, rise. I say rise and not stand up. Why? Because you are here and looking. Yeah. So rise, fast. Come on. Make space for yourself because we are going to dance. We are going to have exercises, all of that. So make space for yourself. Don't beat each other. Please keep furniture intact. वरना महेश मेरे को मारेगा. So ठीक है. थोड़ा बहुत दिल पे देख लो. जो लगना नहीं. Adjust. आपको भी नहीं लगनी चाहिए, किसी और को भी नहीं लगनी चाहिए. Everyone understands Hindi? All right. Now okay. So let's do some exercises. All right. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Come on, jump. What are you doing? 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Come on. Do it. Go on fast. Go on, do it. 1, 2. All right. You can settle down now. I can see. Thank you for your cooperation. All right. You can feel the blood running through?
Yes, sir.
Close your eyes. Close your eyes. Close your eyes. Focus on your breathing. Focus on your breathing. Take deep breaths.
It's turning into a meditation.
Take deep breaths. All right, open up. Come through against the gravitational force. We made that happen through the exercise. At the same time, for the brain to focus, it has to be clear of all the clutter that we have. Traffic में क्या हुआ, घर पे क्या चल रहा है, what is the next thing that I have to do, how was the last session, I still have these questions unanswered, blah blah blah. Uncluttered, let's focus and go back onto our topic. Fair enough? Please show thumbs up. If you are good, then show thumbs up. Alright? If you are not, cool. And this is more of a discussion session. Everyone here, a lot of them are seniors by the way. And you guys already know a lot. Someone just said, I know Agile, I know Scrum, we are already doing it. Most of us are anyways doing it, yeah. So let's have a discussion around contracts and Agile in contracts, alright? So do we know Agile? Analysis, design, code, test, boom. Correct? All fireworks out there. What do we do in Agile? Analysis, code, design, code, the end of sprint. Even if your testing is not complete, still it is end of sprint, right? It is a time box thing. In the next time box, you do analysis, design, code, testing. Continues. When does it go in market? After every iteration, it goes in market.
It can.
It is a potentially shippable product. Doesn't mean that it actually gets shipped. Fair enough? You will club your minimum viable products, minimum features developed during the time boxes, and then push it into the market. Fair enough? Thumbs up. All right. So yeah. So maybe these 3 sprints, whatever you have developed, then it goes into the market. Fair enough? This is waterfall or traditional, whatever you want to say, and this is agile. Clear? Thumbs up. All right? Cool. What is contract? I need not say it. You all know it. So start shooting. What is contracts? Agreement between parties, 2 or more. So what is contract? What else? What are the characteristics of contracts?
Usually legally binding.
Legal. What else? Time bound. Or maybe, should I say it? Terms and conditions. Thanks. It has different terms and conditions. What else? Financials. There can be many, but yes, finance usually is the main one. What else?
In that financial, where you can have fixed price, you can have time and material, you can have
Different types of contracts. Correct? So type of contract. Anything else? Sorry? Penalty and rewards, why not? Everyone understands this? Everyone on one page? Cool? Okay, so that is what is contract. I need not explain, everyone already knew it. Everyone knows agile, everyone knows contract. Now let's see agile in fixed bid contracts. What is fixed bid contracts? Let's first see that. What is fixed bid contract? Yeah, sorry.
Agree to do a defined amount of work in a defined cost.
Ooh, those are really big, heavy words. Who was that?
That's me.
Oh, okay. Seems you have done a lot.
Yeah.
Have you? Ah. Fixed bid. What do you fix? You said something. Scope and
Scope and the cost.
cost. Someone said time. Can you fix something else? Do you fix something else?
Quality.
Do you really fix your quality?
We decide on penalty and rewards would be tied to quality as well.
Really?
Yes.
primarily
Show, quote me an example, sorry. Have you done it?
Yes. For example, defect density delivered to the customer. If it exceeds a certain percentage, you tie
Excellent.
back to penalty.
Excellent. It is rare, that's why I probed you, nothing personal, alright?
That's
Very,
not
very, I've
rare
seen very
anymore.
few contracts.
That's
with-
not. That doesn't remain rare anymore.
Oh, really?
Lots of customers
I'm
are
happy.
demanding it.
But I haven't seen it personally.
Okay.
So that's why I'm surprised, but pleasantly surprised. Thanks. You had a point.
primarily those acceptance criteria, the defects criteria, like you mentioned. High level.
They talk to the customer and make them understand कि क्यों. Ideally, I have seen that if you talk to customers that way, they listen to you. They understand you. It is usually, at least I have found difficult to convince our own managers and our management team rather than client. Because if you talk to client, they really understand it, they really get it. I understand. And I appreciate that you are true and upfront and talking about it. I think it is more pushback from management team saying that mat karo, it's, oh my god, how can you say that? Hota hai to hota hai. I mean, everyone understands it. Cool.
Okay. I think we'll break for lunch for now. Tushar is available for the day, so you all can have your questions, shoot it at him, for all through the day. Can I ask Mr. Tushar Shah to present a momentum to Tushar?
Oh, one more Tushar here. Oh, aap hi ho.
Thank you all.
Thank you
We'll
for
break for
being
lunch now. We'll be back by 2:30 for the next session. Thanks.
I would say those criteria are defined. Quality is part of.
Quality is part of it. Of course, yes, absolutely. Anything else that we fix? यही तो रोना है. I'll explain what the cry is all about. That's why I'm sad.
One aspect which is,
Yeah.
I don't know, customer, finally, how did you really achieve that customer intimacy, which is not normally we see, explicitly mentioned, but how?
Customer intimacy, customer relationship, you mean?
How did it go?
How did it go overall?
Yeah, overall.
Customer satisfaction, CSAT, customer satisfaction survey, those kind of things. But I haven't seen really tied up. You are saying
Yeah, it's not really defined, but how it really
people
go
do consider it. Fair point. Fair point. Louder.
Along with cost, it should be elaborated as a payment schedule.
Sure, payment schedule. If you once you deliver this model, you get so much of payment. Agree. But what you really fix is the cost. Fair enough?
We are trying to link it with agile and other things. So when we deliver certain workable models,
Oh,
the link should be
all right.
payment schedule.
Sure.
So that's milestone based invoicing.
Yeah.
And I'll talk about it. I'll talk about it. That's it?
So one thing that is typically missing is the value delivered. You might
Exactly.
say that this is the scope, this is the timeline. You might get paid on that scheduled timelines and milestones, but actually software is not usable.
You said it here, you said it. Value. Why are we doing agile? Why are we going agile? To be silent in a conference, even after paying money. Is it?
To deliver
मैं तो
business
बोला था.
value.
To deliver business value. किधर है? Is the value in scope? Serious? It is. Supposed to be. I like that answer. Supposed to be. Alright, I'll come to that point. Is value in scope or not? Okay. Is value in cost? Is there value in time? Value is in all of it. But what is the value? How do you quantify it? Where is it fixed? Am I making sense?
There is a difference. What we are looking here is the output, and the outcome is what is the value. That's the difference between output.
Fantastic point, sir. Fantastic point. So let me draw one more thing. What is our typical triple constraint? We just saw that. What is it? Triangle? Fair enough? This is no longer valid in Agile. What is the new triangle in Agile? Value first, quality second, constraints. Third, what are the constraints? Cost, time and scope. ट्रायंगल बनाने में क्या आता है? Academically it sounds very good, visually sounding okay because my drawing is not that great. But the point that I am trying to make here is, earlier we used to focus on how do we deliver this scope, fixed scope, how do I deliver it? How do I deliver in this cost? I want cost efficiency, reduce cost, oh don't spend on that license, don't spend on that resource, cost. So where is our focus? On constraints. But constraints are finally just constraints, dear. What we are really wanted to focus on is the value that we are delivering, the quality that we are delivering. And yes, we have to play in those constraints, yes. But unfortunately, in fixed bid contracts, we don't figure out the value. Nobody knows what the value is, first of all, that's a bigger problem. And the second thing is, we don't even fix it. We always fix the constraints. And we hence focus on constraints. Fair point? Clear, eh?
So quality,
Yeah.
quality would be part of the value, right? So why have you listed it separately?
Fantastic point. So, alright, which card do you have? Yeah, do you want a card? Fiat Linear. Why not Fiat but Mini? Riviera. जो Fiat car है यार, taxi वाली.
Very well.
हाँ. Why not?
But the dealer never offered that.
That's okay. Why not Ford Figo?
I already have my second car is a Ford.
Oh, very good. Okay, why not Maruti SQ?
I used to have an SX.
Okay, why not Skoda? Why not Skoda Laura?
Way out of my budget. Constraint.
Exactly, but is it of better quality?
I would hope so for that price point. It better be a better quality.
Better be that. Are you getting my point?
Okay.
You want fantastic quality, but when I quote a price to it, is I'm okay with this. Making sense? So that's why we list it out separately. Value is still there, but you can play around the quality lever. You know what I mean? So if I have to rate the value in terms of a lever 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 till 10, yeah? And if I say rate the value that you want, you would say probably I want 8. The lever of value is at 8, let's say. And what about quality? If we rate 10 wala quality, meaning no bugs, as you said, someone said defect density, no defect, yeah, come on, what about density? No defects. I'll quote a price which will make sure that there is no defect in it. Will the client agree to it? It will be very high cost, right? To make sure that there is no defect at all. Correct? Will the client agree for it? No. He'll say, okay, I'll do with 70% defect density or whatever. Correct? So your lever is shifting now. You will agree on a 5 or maybe 3 or whatever.
As we are talking about this measurement,
Sure.
are they subjective or could we really measure the value? I mean, could we really quantify or could we really measure it that yes, we achieve that lever A, we are on lever A or what? But
You are asking fantastic questions. Keep going. And this is what I want, guys. Ask questions as many as possible. What is my time limit? Mahesh.
You can go on now.
1 o'clock? 1:15?
Still people are hungry, you can go on.
Still people are hungry, so call out when you are hungry, guys. Okay. So, your question, can we measure it? Can we? Definitely yes. How? Let's see. You can measure value in dollar terms. Feature A will give me so many value, so much of value in terms of dollars. Who will give this dollar value or assign a dollar value to a feature? Who will do it?
Business model.
Business has to do it. Do they know it?
Hopefully.
They should. But do they?
Not always.
Not always is the correct answer. And because the value is not so obvious. Converting everything into a dollar value is not obvious and can be misleading too. So is it subjective? Absolutely yes. It cannot be objective. It should not be objective. I would go to that level. Because what is valuable to a user or that client, he can say that very well. Can he prove it in terms of dollar value? Can we even measure it to a specific dollar value? Doesn't matter dear. Relatively, he can still say that this is more valuable to me. Feature A or D is more valuable to me than feature F or than feature B. He can still say relatively. That's why we do relative value, relative estimates, everything is relative in Agile. Fair enough? Everyone can a client or a user say relatively I want this more than that? Can he say that?
Not
Of course,
sure
yes.
if it will work all the time.
Sorry?
Because not sure if this just relativity will work because
Sure.
you want cost benefit analysis. You want to know if you are spending $100,000, are you getting more?
If your
than-
question is not answered, once you have covered everything, then we'll take it. Okay? In this forum or even after that. Fair enough? Are you happy? Set aside that question or write it down. Parking lot. But be uncluttered. Okay? Okay, be with me. Alright, the next way that we can do is, because we cannot do it always in dollar value, hence we do it in points. What is points? Not going there, please. एक अलग session लेना होगा. Getting? But you understand, right? Story points or any point, some point, saying that this is more valuable than the other. That's it. Okay? So that's how you will get out your value. Quality we already mentioned. Defect density or any other metrics that you want to do. Agile have different metrics, but again a different session altogether. But focus is on quality, first value, then quality, and then on the constraints. Fair enough? Now, how do we all put this in an agile fixed bid contract? How do we do it? Suggestions. You know agile, you know contracts, you know now what to focus on. I'm sure you have done your contracts as well. Knowing all of this information, how do we do an agile contract in fixed bid? Suggestions.
We could assign points to each of the key business drivers for the day.
Fantastic.
Whatever we could give different weights.
What do you get in RFP? यार ये कहाँ से आ गया? Sorry. Should I need to give you a background? When do you do contracts? To respond to an RFP, right? So I assumed it and said, okay, what do you get in an RFP? What do you get in an RFP? Requirements. In what form? You haven't seen an RFP or what? In what form do you get requirements in RFP?
You want black and white document, that's what you're using, and what?
Just say it out loud. Okay, one is documents. What is there in the document? Shall do statements or will have statements or really story. Do you have you seen any RFP with stories?
No.
Very good. Thank God. I am still in the real world. All right. So what do you do then? I mean, you are not getting stories. How do you do dollar value or let's say point to understand what is a valuable feature and what is not? Question?
You break the story into.
You either take those shall do or will do or must have, should have kind of statements and say treat that as a story or as a feature and give a value against it. Simple.
But should
Can
we
we do it?
Should we be giving the values or the guys who floated the RFP should be giving the values?
Of course, they have to give it. That was my next question. Who will give it? Can we do it? No, of course, they have to do it. Can we do it? Collaboratively.
Yes.
That's the best way of doing it. Will they be willing? At RFP stage, if you go and say, hey, I want your 2 days time so that we can collaboratively understand the value. Will they?
No.
Thank you. वो client को टाटा वाले कर देंगे. Okay. No. to be serious, let's try to have that conversation. How many times have you actually asked them? How do you know they are willing or not? Most of the times that I have seen, they salute us. Wow, this is one vendor who is thinking about value, who wants to sit with me and understand my story, who wants to understand what is of more priority and what is not. Right? If they don't worry. Whatever domain knowledge that you have, you may have an SME, work with them. Again, you are in a constraint, so you are in a constraint. You really can't do anything about it. But make sure you do everything possible in your control or in your influence to do that collaborative exercise. Alright? So समझो RFP आ गई, we have got the value in terms of points or dollars, whatever it is. Collaboratively or uncollaboratively, whatever it is. We have got it. Now what?
So are you suggesting this should be kind of sort of part of sprint 0 itself?
No, the project is not started. अभी तो RFP मिली है, मैंने respond भी नहीं किया है.
नहीं, but could it be, or is it like?
No, even before. What happened? Everyone went silent, blank.
Isn't this something that we do in the traditional world as well? You come up with either function points or with use case points.
Exactly. It is nothing different that I am talking out here. I am just saying that instead of focusing on effort, you focus on size, by dollar value or by story points. So and the real value that the customer will get once it is out in the market. सबसे ज़्यादा ROI उसको किससे मिलेगा? The most value.
Again, size and value are very different.
Yeah. Exactly. So thanks for pointing that out. And even I realized when I was saying it. So let me clarify. Size, value. Hey, actually, I just spoke about it. So value in getting a Skoda Laura is very high. But when I tell you the cost, what it takes, you will say, okay, though it is very high value for me, but then looking at it cost, I think, forget it. We can do it later. I want it, but probably we can do it later. You know what I mean? So sizing from that perspective. So in your RFP, you not only need your value. Value is something that client will give you. Correct? Who will do your size? You do size, estimates. Anyways, this is again not new. Correct? And this would be done by whom? Vendors or us? ये दोनों मिला के you have your RFP ready. Now are you good to respond? Are you good to respond? Yes or no? Arey no.
So when the
What are you
client gives you
fixing?
value, the client will give you a.
Sorry.
When the client gives you value, the client will give you a dollar value for the size you quote.
No. So let me visualize. So your RFP will have shall do statements or must have or good to have. Okay, these are my 3 requirements. Let's say. So he will say this is on a lever scale. Let's say this is 10. I need this. This is my MVP.
So that's priority.
Priority.
Okay.
I'm not saying priority because everything is on priority. So that's why I'm saying order it. I want it in terms of lever. I want it ordered. Nowadays, even Scrum is thinking of changing the terminology from prioritization to order. So that's why I'm not using that word consciously. Sorry?
You start ranking.
Yeah, force ranking. And this is like 8 or this is like 5, that kind. Alright, so and against it I'll say, okay, if you want this in terms of points, in terms of size, I think this is 5. This is 9. This is 2. So now he will say, okay, this is required, but then the cost is too high. Probably I'll not do it right now, right away. I'll do it later on. Priority change. Okay. Now that is priority. See? Am I confusing you or am I making sense? Everyone?
Yes.
Making sense? So that's why this comes down now, and in my first sprint or first release I work on only these 2.
So when you say 10, 8 and 5, it's actually value on a scale.
Exactly. So this is value and this is size or effort or not effort, size, points. Good. Now, if you have these two, the question was, are you ready for a response? Are you? Exactly. What about constraints? You still need to consider that, right? And these are your inputs to consider those cost constraints. What else do you need? So you need constraints. What else do you need? Yeah, all those constraints. Fair enough. What else do you need?
Do you have a plan?
Plan? No. Too early. Guys, ऐसे क्या कर रहे हो? You need
Yeah,
to
the
know what to
resources.
fix, what to fix, what to fix. You need to know what to fix. Yeah, agreed. In Agile, you want to fix value, but is your client ready for it? Does he understand that if I fix value, this is how it will work? Everyone is blank, everyone is silent.
So you're saying what to fix between value and size? That's the key.
Whatever you want to fix, tell me. Whether it is value, whether it is size, whether it is cost, whether it is quality.
See, because
Gather all
your
the
constraints already has scope involved, and scope would typically, if I'm looking at it from that perspective, it will already have this what to fix part.
What I am trying to say is, let's say your client is saying the cost should be $5 million.
Time?
Time is, let's say, 6 months. Scope, the size thing is 1,000 points. What else do you need? Quality, whatever you want to say, 70% defect density, whatever. दे दिया मैंने आपको. What is to be fixed? No, the question I repeat again. And this is the hardest part. All the places that I've been through and done this exercise, I get a blank at this.
I think it's the run rate, how you're achieving combination.
No, वो भी बाद में आएगा.
So this one of them is non-negotiable.
Exactly, my dear. Thank you so much. Perfect. Say it loud. किसी को सुनाई भी नहीं.
Which one of them would be non-negotiable for your client?
Yeah, I have given you everything, but fix क्या करूँ? If your client says you fix everything in the triangle, thank you. Find a different vendor. Move away, because you know it is leading to failure. Please. I know that. I know that.
So one more question.
Nobody wants to lose a contract.
One more question. You were talking about a scenario where you engage with the customer in an agile way because you're prioritizing. Typically, at least where we are operating now, it's fixed bid project without prioritizing. Or maybe internally they would have mentioned something in the RFP. You quote a price, contract is signed, and then you go on to discussing with the customer. So in that mode, how do you operate agile or take some of these
That's not a mode. That's not an agile mode. That's why I am doing a
It's not a
presentation.
full agile mode, but certainly, from whatever we've done, we've not operated that way.
So,
There is a scope to do agile in what is called internal agile within the organization.
Exactly.
So you're not
And the
engaged
client
in
is
a
not
system.
exactly. But what I'm trying to say is that's not the ideal scenario. Yeah, you can do it if you
But
want
is
to.
the ideal world ready, to do full agile?
And that's the question. And that's the question. And what I'm saying is, if you don't even speak up, if you don't even try, and if you think that it's not ideal, let's not do it, then how will it become ideal?
Correct. So when you go to the customer, it needs to be tested. It needs to be, you need to give assurance to the customer. Unless the customer is, you've already engaged.
Now
with
you
the
got it. That is what is agile, isn't it? Collaboration over contract negotiation,
Yes.
the basic value.
Correct.
But upfront, पहला ही step, you don't collaborate, you focus more on contract. पहले ही contract ले लो, बाद में देख लेंगे.
Is this how it is working? And,
We
if
at
not,
ThoughtWorks
Agile would
have been working like this since when? Pankaj?
But what percent of the business are you, doing it in this model?
We are
And
growing
it
and
depends on
growing and growing. We don't even have enough office space. We are expanding an office. Clients get it, believe me. Believe me. Most of the times I have seen that client is telling us go agile, buck up with us, isn't it? Rather than our own management saying let's go agile and let's let's get client also agile. होता है, I am not denying कि नहीं है, but that percentage is low as of now of what I have seen. But the point is, doesn't matter. Point is, if you want to do a very good contract or you want a successful contracting mechanism in Agile, then this is what you do. Another thing that I want to say is the artifact that comes out, the plan that comes out, the numbers that come out is not important. I repeat, the contract, the artifact, the number that comes out is not important. The activity that you collaboratively do to get that artifact, to get that number is important. When you sit with client and understand their story and why it is valuable, spread it across in your team, talk about it, understand it, digest it, live it, that is important. Even before you have done your contract. Contract तो हो गया यार, ठीक है, आज नहीं तो कल हो भी जाएगा. But then what really matters is, don't tell me that you haven't seen any contract which has gone beyond all the fixed parameters, but still client is very happy with you. They don't take that legal document and go into court and sue you. Getting it? So what really matters is whether you are delivering that value to your client or not. Are you able to prove that you have given that much of value or not? How good is your reputation and how well you have collaborated with your client? That is what is mattering, not the contract, actual contract document. वो तो एक formality है, people still formally do it so that there is some predictability, some assurance, some agreement. Making sense? Yes.
Sorry, one question here.
Yeah.
In response to your answer to this question, is this topic, this session about how to do agile contracts, or is it, as it says here, agile in fixed bid contracts? So
it is in fixed bid contracts, all right. So where are you heading? ये आपका question है. Where are you heading?
I'm heading because right now your answer to this was that we should actually have more agile, collaborative relations with customer, etc. And often we are not at that level. We meaning many vendors are not at that level. And I thought this session is about how do you manage to work in some level of agility, either in the contracting or in your work processes, to be able to respond to a fixed bid contract.
All right. It's a valid point. Actually, this was my closing. This was my climax. Saying that whatever I spoke till now, does it have any relation to agile? Can you do it even now? Whether you call it agile or not, doesn't matter. What matters is finally the activities, as I just mentioned, right? Now, where does agile come into the picture? Now that he has asked the question, let me reveal it. Number one, focus on value. Number two, relative size. Number three is what I am going to reveal now because I don't have enough time. And I am available after session as well, right? So you guys can catch hold of me and ask as many questions as you want. Yeah. Usually what we do in usual contracts, now I'm not asking any questions or anything, I'm just giving it away because of time. Usually what we do in a contract is basically we sign a contract, 2 years, big bang dollar amount, big bang value, whatever. Okay? This is what we usually do, fixed bid. Where agile comes into the picture and how agile contracting can be done is here it is. In agile, what you can do is just have a contract for release 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sprints, let's say. 5 iterations, first release, do the agile contracting only for so much. For this to happen, you need to have a master agreement. Okay. In the master agreement, you will mention that we want actually for 2 years. But the payment schedule, the planning, value, size, effort, fixed, whatever you are fixing, all those parameters will be only for first release. And you will have your clause in your master agreement saying that let's see how your first release goes. That time you will also know and in the first release, what are you going to take? High risk, high value item. High risk, high value items. You know how to prioritize all the features, right?
Why high
Low.
risk?
Okay, I was waiting for that. So very quickly again, so this is horizontally it is value. This is low, this is high. This is risk, high, low. Alright? High risk, high value item, you will take it first. Why? आता हूँ मैं, आता हूँ. Okay. Okay. High value, low risk. Second. Low value, low risk. Third. Low value, high risk. मत करो यार. Stay away from it. Fair enough? Q. Because you want to validate your feasibility, your cost, your sustainable pace. You want to fail fast. You want to fail early. So if there is something like we don't have enough domain knowledge, we don't have enough technological know-how. Let's say we had a project in Scala in ThoughtWorks. We did it. We did the first release because Scala is something new. Nobody knew how to do it, right? We said, okay, we'll train, we'll try to do it, we'll see how it goes. We'll see what our sustainable pace is. And then you tell us whether you really want to go with us or not for the entire thing. And even we will be able to evaluate ourselves that whether we can cope up with you or not, whether we can give enough value to you or not.
Is it the mindset to take the second one first? If I know that something has high value and a low risk, then wouldn't I want to impress the customer first and say that, hey, you asked for these high value things, and here it is.
सरकार मूवी देखिए, उसमें एक डायलॉग है, अमिताभ बोलता है,
नजदीक का फायदा देखने से दूर का नुकसान देखना.
I would want the contract to be renewed, right? Not to prove to the world that I have taken high risk and look, I failed. Oops. I'm thinking logically.
I understand. What if you take this first, then you take this next, and then you realize, oops.
तो वो impression काम आएगा.
क्या काम आएगा उसमें?
The one that you put first will actually help you.
You are going to feel it. I'll tell you. Actually, I understand where you are coming from. Our brain is tuned that way. So let me phrase out my words. Once you deliver something, you are raising your bar. You are setting an expectation.
Right.
And then you fail. ऐसा लगेगा कि यार आप तो कर सकते हो.
Right. वो low risk पर. रिस्क बढ़ गया तो थोड़ा.
अगर यही सब explain करना है तो पहले ही करो ना.
Probably risk is internal, not. If I don't know the
Getting it?
it's my risk.
So I am running out of time. We can take that offline, right? After the session.
So I think some of it could also be a function of
5 minutes left.
could be a function of what is your trust factor or transparency with the customer, right?
Right.
You might do a mix of quadrant 2 and quadrant 1.
1% at a time. Sorry.
In your situation, for example, you could do a mix of quadrant 2 and quadrant 1,
Exactly.
saying that I want to de-risk my failure, as well as I want to give some early wins to my customer
That's a good
and
point.
build
You
that.
have a
Because
combination,
that
not
kind
just
of
one.
ties in with what she said, right? That you typically right now you have that mentality to say that okay, the price has been fixed, let's sign the contract, we worry about other things later. And then the immediate thing would be to say, how do I deliver some value? So why would I take high risk? So immediately value will go out the window if I fail. I mean, just thinking, as he said, mind is tuned like that.
Yeah.
It is fair enough to think that way, and a very good point, Pankaj, again thanks. You can do a combination of it. So that you are still showing some value, but at the same time you are de-risking yourself as well, or taking the risky items first and making sure everything is good. or telling the client upfront saying that ये risk है boss, I am flagging it upfront. We can do it collaboratively. What to do about it? We'll see it later collaboratively. Before I come to you and your question,
You already covered all that.
all right, cool. So in Agile, you can do the contract. Make a master agreement. Then you make a service level agreement, SLA, or lot of people do what is that called? Work order. SOW. Whatever you call it. Okay. For just one release. All right. Based on that, how it goes, what the sustainable pace is, what kind of value we are doing, what kind of risk we have, blah blah blah. Considering collaboratively together, then you do one more contract. May not be absolutely after release. You can do some overlapping. You can start your valuation. You can start your estimate. You can start working on that RFP early, right? It need not be really sequential. Sequential, हो गया ना, वो waterfall है ना यार. So we will overlap everything, right? So the second release, plan for second release, correct? If this also goes through till end. So a workable solution, dear friend, what is your good name?
I am Shrish.
Shrish. So a practical solution in contracts in Agile, this is what we do. This kind of thing works only in Agile. Can this kind of model work in non-Agile as well? Contracting mechanism can. But the benefit of going Agile in this kind of contractual agreement is that you have something to showcase and working all the time. So it makes it better. Yeah. Absolutely, absolutely. So you will measure your value versus your cost every release. You can fix for the value that you want to deliver. Let's say I fix for 1,000 points. After first release, after first sprint, first iteration, let's say I've delivered 20 points. Looking at that working product, he makes changes left and right. Correct? What do we say? We have this bucket. Bucket is like bucket of water, right? Itna hi pani hai. This water, how you want to use it, you got to decide. The product owner decides, right? What the team develops will be decided by product owner. Product owner is who? From client side. Correct? So he'll say, ki, after 20 points, I want to do left and right changes in all the features and in all the values, all the priorities. We say, fair enough. What we have fixed is 1,000 points ka value. You decide what is giving value to you. We don't mind changing, you changing requirements of left, right, center. We don't mind that. Because what we have fixed is fixed 1,000 points. We'll still deliver 1,000 points. The next sprint I do work of, let's say, 40 points more. But was it the same requirement as we had in the first sprint? May not be.
You're
It doesn't matter.
assuming one thing here, that there is no rework involved. There's certain value delivered that the client now feels that's no value to him.
No. They feel that something needs to change. The priority of the remaining features should change,
Remaining
or
features, yeah.
some rework has to be done on the existing features. They thought this would be valuable in this manner, but now looking at it, they feel no. To make it valuable, we need to change how it looks or how it lands on the user. Making sense? So they change and they come up with new requirements. What I'm trying to say is we have fixed on value and points. We haven't fixed on the actual requirement. कि ये feature मिलेगा. We did not guarantee ये feature मिलेगा. What we guaranteed is so much of value. You decided the value, we delivered it.
So much of value, so much of size.
So much of size, so much of value. Both.
But that's again.
You can only say size. 1,000 points of size.
Contract may say a lot of things. But what I'm trying to say is first look at value. कि कितना value deliver किया. And then you look at the size. कितना size deliver.
There's difference
Because the
between-
capacity is fixed, like you said. So you can only deliver so much size of work and so much of value. Yes. But then you have to look at both and other constraints holistically. You just can't say, okay, इतना ही value deliver करूँगा, what about other constraints? Making sense? So you look at it holistically. सिर्फ एक को ऐसे मत पकड़ के चलो.
There's difference between perceived value and value delivered.
Now what is that? Because I deliver a feature
That's where-
and
yeah,
you
that's
have
where I'm
said,
coming
hold on,
from.
let me complete. I let you complete. Let me complete.
Go
So
ahead.
if I get 4 requirements and the guy is saying the first requirement is of 10, second is of 10, third is of 10, fourth is of 10. I have delivered 3, fourth one is a work in progress. I have delivered 30 points value. What is perceived value here? What is value here?
Alright. So when I talk about perceived value, when you delivered 3, you're saying you delivered 30 value points. Now
Correct.
when you deliver, the customer might want change in one of those 3, saying this
And
is
that's what I mentioned, it's a new story, it's a new
Alright.
value that you want. Because I didn't decide what I am going to do. You told me that it is of 10. You
Okay.
told me what I have to do. I did just that. If you think there has to be changes, yes, changes are
So
for
that
free.
is additional value that we come to. Makes sense.
Alright, I think that's all I had. Questions?
So the R1 agreement that we do for R1, that would typically be in terms of points, we will deliver 20 points of work, or do we also usually define the scope, that these are the scope items which add up to 20 points of work is what you think?
You would. So again I am saying, look at holistically. You would want to ideally fix value, fix size, but not features. कि ये feature इतना ही, because that might change, and that might change because of customer, not because of you. Because customer wants it. You got to explain, you got to engage your customer, like she said.